Welcome back to the Ironman 70.3 Panama. The men's bike race was anything but a breakaway as the lead continued to change hands. For the moment, Paul Ambrose had the lead, but it was not long-lived. As the pack tightened up and the adverse early climbs gave way to a more predictable course, number 2, Richie Cunningham, took over the top spot on the black asphalt. He gained followers from the adjacent lanes. Richie enjoyed the lead at the time, but again it was only a matter of time for a new leader to take charge, and that was Paul Matthews as he took in the speed winding down the hill. As mentioned earlier, the bike course was spectacular, and it really served up as an equalizer because it didn't play up to any one rider's advantage. With that said, it was really about timing and knowing when to break out of the pack and make a run. That is exactly what Argentinian Oscar Galindez did when he shot out to the lead and separated himself from anyone in sight. The Olympian lives in Brazil but trains in Argentina, and the hot summer weather in Panama did not seem to affect his efforts. He entered the main city in Panama and continued to get stronger on the up and back. He would lead the city and be the first competitor entering the transition. For the women, the race was much different. It was competitive early, but not for long, as Canadian Heatrher Wurtele jumped out to a significant lead. Heather's only competition for the moment was a local, cheering her every crank of the pedals. Heather continued her dominance across the Bridge of Americas into the main city of Panama, where she had a great view and gathered her thoughts for the 21-kilometer run that awaited her. She completed the bike race in a time of 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 30 seconds. For Oscar Galindez, the Argentinian was already off and running. The 21-kilometer run offered little shade, but that didn't seem to faze the 4-time Ironman Brazil champion, as he proved that he still possessed the instinct of winning at a high level in a very competitive race. Being in first place, Oscar would receive overwhelming support from the spectators who lined the run course. Any competitor will tell you that this encouragement goes a long way. There were certainly some talented runners behind him. Last year's champion, Bevan Doherty, had a solid lock on the second spot, but would be hard-pressed to make up the 2 minutes and 30-second lead that separated him from Galindez. Doherty is an exceptional athlete, and if anyone could catch Galindez, it would be him. He would post the fastest run of the day. As for the ladies, Heatrher Wurtele managed to keep her lead on the run course. Being from Canada and not having the option of training in the heat, she fared well by keeping herself cool and hydrated along the run. Behind her, but not an immediate threat, was Denmark's Camilla Pedersen. Camilla ran well in second, and for her first Ironman event, proved she is a force to be dealt with in future events. For Oscar Galindez in first place for the men, he led the charge. Alone in his thoughts, he focused on keeping his lead and finishing strong. Watching him run, there was no doubt that he was in fine form and had plenty left in the tank to push hard to the finish line, and that's exactly what he would do. Bevan Doherty continued his pursuit of Galindez, but on this day, he would not be able to catch the leader. In fact, Galindez seemingly pushed harder and hydrated more as he sprinted relentlessly to the finish line, winning the Ironman 70.3 Panama. Oscar was very excited about his win and discussed his risky strategy of breaking away on the bike to establish a lead and eventually win.
I did a very risk strategy on the final the bike part because I know the another guys is are very strong on the run. I like Bevan Doherty, is ITU guy. He's very strong on the run, but today I feel good on the run.
You should feel good. One more question for you. You mentioned you're 41 years old. Congratulations. You mentioned that you feel real good. What does this mean for you winning this race? What does it mean to you?
It means a lot of things. Happy, I don't know.
You're a hero now.
Maybe it's for my country, for the people like that I like triathlon. I have a lot of friends in Argentina, in Brazil, and in all of South America, in Panama too. It's amazing. It's amazing. It was amazing race. I'm very happy.
Oscar should be very happy. While he was busy winning the Men's Latin American Championship, Heatrher Wurtele continued to lead the women. We'll have the finish to the ladies' Ironman 70.3 Panama and so much more when we return. The Ironman 70.3 Panama is being brought to you by BN Sports, the market leaders for endurance events in the sports entertainment industry. Visit them online at bnsportsllc.com. By Aquaside, pure natural artesian water and the official water sponsor for the Ironman 70.3 Panama. By the Royal Sonesta Hotel and Casino. What's your passion? Discover their resorts and cruises worldwide at sonesta.com. And by TV Max, the official Panama media partner of the Ironman 70.3 Panama. Welcome back to the Ironman 70.3 Panama. With the men's race in the books, it was now time to settle the Latin American Championship for the women. Heatrher Wurtele took over the lead in the bike race with a blazing and day's best time of 2:31:20. She took that lead and never looked back, as Heather seemed to push even harder on the run, leading the likes of Camilla Peterson, who ran a great race, but she simply could not make up enough time to catch Heatrher Wurtele. At the end of the day, Heather successfully concluded her race day in Panama, winning the Latin American Championship. Heather talked about her strategy, which ultimately led to a lead that she would never give up.
I knew that the first part of the course was pretty hilly, and that the way back was more downhill. So I knew it was okay for me to put out a few more watts on the beginning, and I like to just blow past people if I can and try and hold it. So I just felt really strong. And so, I was like, all right, well, my legs feel good. I just got to go for it. And it was great to sort of catch everyone on the way out and just see, like, okay, how much can I extend my lead? I know, Kelly Williamson is a smoking fast runner, so I was like, I got to get so many minutes in front of her. And so I just tried to play it smart, and I was happy that my legs really were there today.
They certainly were, and without a doubt, Heather thoroughly enjoyed the Ironman 70.3 Panama and its incredible location.
Yeah, it was fantastic coming down here. Everyone was really friendly. Just the volunteer support on the course and the cheers were fantastic. I mean, there was lots of ice, which really helped me stay cool in water. And like I said, the volunteers were like going that extra mile, running after you, giving you stuff. So,
finishing strong in second place was Denmark's Camilla Peterson. She too had a great experience and talked about it after her finish.
It was really great, well organized, and you weren't on the course. You always knew where to go, and I can strongly advise going here. It's a fun course. Like I said, not everybody goes to swim in the Panama Canal and going over bridges and on highways. So, great course.
Yes, it was a great course and an excellent event organized by BN Sports. I talked to Alejandro Velasquez about the hard work and success of the Ironman 70.3 Panama.
We have been working for quite a while, especially since we launched the race last year in 2012. Usually it takes around a year for each race to develop. So after 12 months of hard work, we're very happy with the outcome.
BN Sports produces a wide variety of events around the world, but this location in Panama offers something very unique in a country that separates itself from the rest of Latin America.
Well, Panama, let me tell you, this is a beautiful country. I've been flying down here for actually around 20 years now, and it's a beautiful country, beautiful people. It's definitely a different setting. It's really, it's kind of hot, humid, but each race is unique, and this is Panama.
It's absolutely Panama. Made famous because of the canal, it's now a thriving city, and we experienced that firsthand with incredible hospitality from the likes of many locals and our new friends at the Royal Sonesta Hotel and Casino. We were treated by our personal chef Johannes to one of the best meals in the city, and that is saying something because the food in Panama is world class. Great new friends, fantastic conversation, and excellent food complemented our true experience in covering the Ironman 70.3 Panama. Next year I'll be back for the event and for dessert. It was simply amazing. Compliments to our chef. Accommodations provided by the Royal Sonesta Hotel and Casino, located in the business district of Panama. For guest reservations and information, visit sonesta.com. Once again, we congratulate our Latin American champions and winners of the Ironman 70.3 Panama, Oscar Galindez for the men and Heatrher Wurtele for the women. On behalf of BN Sports and all the athletes, I'm Paul Higgins saying so long from Panama, and we'll see you next year. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.